What's up, fight fans? It's your boy Mickey. Man, oh man. That thing last night was a barn burner. And I had to say that I was wrong. I was wrong with Garcia. I was wrong with Garcia. Ryan Garcia. He laid an egg last night in Times Square. I'm telling you, it was a bad outing for him. A lot of people has put that thing on PEDs, and I have to say, during the weigh-in, I was gonna make a video, but I said, nah, I'm gonna wait because I want to see what's going on and everything. Rolly came in looking incredible. I think the weight for him at 147 filled out perfectly. I think that is his best weight as far as with him and his power and everything and being able to absorb more punishment, which he didn't really get last night. But I don't know, man. Ryan didn't perform and look like Ryan. I mean, I really can't say that it was the PEDs or anything like that because I still don't believe that he was on PEDs, but his performance kind of make me wonder, was he on PEDs? Because I had said initially that because he had came out with that Bohemian Grove and he was talking about the Illuminati and all that other stuff that they were trying to get him, sort of like when Cat Williams was on the Shannon Sharp show, and now you see what's going on with Shannon Sharp. You know what I'm talking about? Because Cat Williams kind of like unfoiled and pulled the onion back on the layers of how Hollywood operates. And so Ryan was doing the same thing at one time, and he brought Andrew Tate, which everybody hates because he's a alpha male and they don't even know what a male is. And as far as what society today, they can't even tell you what a woman is. You know what I'm talking about? So I felt like that they were really trying to destroy his image and destroy his following and everything, because we know Ryan has probably like a 12 million following, a little small country that follows him on the internet on different platforms. But he laid an egg, man. Rolly stepped up to the plate, and I was wrong. I thought Ryan would get him out of there. I said that it would be a knockout either way, and second round, Rolly caught him with a double hook, knocked him down and everything. Ryan got up and he was gun shy, and I really believe that he needs to get back to the drawing board. And I can't really say that him being out of the ring for a year and all of the stuff that he was going through played a factor in that, but it could have, but I believe that a lot of it is mental, on what's been going on with him and everything. But if it was a PED thing, I mean, you really seen it last night, and I really think that Ryan needs to go back to the drawing board and really needs to hone in on what brought him there, get back into the love of the sport, because it doesn't look like he's from his output when he was, after he got knocked down. It just didn't seem like he was hungry for it. He didn't want it. You know what I'm saying? He was ready to get up out of there and everything. So, I mean, I was wrong on that one. That was the only pick I was wrong on. Congratulations to Rolando Romero and everything, because I did doubt him because of his last couple of outings. And, it's boxing, you are as only as your last performance and everything. And his last couple of performances was dismal. But he stepped up to the plate. And like I said, I believe that weight was a factor in it, because he was able to eat and fill out, and you saw how muscular he was and how strong he was and everything. No homo, but you saw how much his abilities was able to absorb. Well, Ryan really didn't even catch. I think he caught him a couple times with that hook in the first round, but after he got knocked down in the second round, he was gun shy, man. He was gun shy. He was definitely running around. He didn't even use his jab. I was so disappointed in him, because his jab, he was the taller man, he was the longer man, and he did not use his jab, and that was really to me, that was the cause of him not able to set up that whip it left hook that he has, because you got to set people up with your jab and you got to do your feints and everything. And he didn't do none of that. It was just like he was in there to survive. And I didn't like the fact that, Derek was telling him what to do and everything. And it was so funny, too. Another thing, Jim Lampley, he was talking crazy about how good Ryan is when we was watching the Teofimo and the Barbosa fight. And then when Ryan got knocked down, Jim Lampley was quiet for like 5 minutes. I was like, why they bring that Bama back? He don't know what he talking about. Because he was talking about when you want to see great fighting and everything, you're going to see it when Ryan Garcia and Rolling Ramirez. Ryan is just an awesome fighter. All this. Man, I was like, Jim, shut up, Jim. But it was so funny, you know what I mean, the commentating and everything. But moving on to the next fight, like I said with Teofimo, he athleticism just carried him through. I told folk, and if you go back and listen to my predictions, I told people that Teofimo was too quick, too fast, too elusive, too sharp. His athleticism, which a lot of people don't give him credit for, would shine through when he fight Barbosa, and it did. I don't really have to say no more, because if you go back and listen to my prediction, you'll see exactly what I said happened. And then Haney fight. Oh my goodness! Talk about Devin. I didn't. The boy from Henderson, Nevada. I apologize, y'all, because I don't mess with him like that, because he tried to sue a boxer. Regardless, I don't care what nobody say. He is not somebody to be mentioned as far as his name, but I'm gonna call him the boy from Henderson, Nevada, and he will always be on my channel as the boy from Henderson, Nevada, who basically you saw he has a mental problem. That beatdown showed signs in there in the ring that he still has a mental breakdown as far as his abilities. Hasn't gotten over that beating that he took from Ryan Garcia. I'm telling you, and he was too jittery. He never settled down. He was scared to get hit. He fought like a scared fighter, you know what I mean? And I don't want to see him fight Ryan Garcia, to be honest with you, because I don't, I don't think it'll be a good fight. I really don't. I don't think it'll be like the first fight, because I believe Devin Haney was a different fighter before he fought Ryan Garcia. And now moving forward, if Devin Haney fight anybody, it's going to be a boring fight. He has now relinquished I said his name again, didn't I? I'm so sorry. The boy from Henderson, Nevada has relinquished his skill level to me to fall into the category of a Forrest Gump. Yes, he is a runner now. He hasn't showed me that he's gotten over the beat down that he took. And I've been telling folk, when you get beaten up is worse than a knockout. It would have been better if he got knocked out by Ryan Garcia the first time that they fought than him taking that beating like he did, because people don't understand boxing. When you take a beating like that, like I told people about Adrian Broner and Marcus Maidana, you become gun shy. You're never the same. You're never the same. And a lot of people don't understand that when you get knocked out, it's different than you taking a beating, because in your sleep, you see punches coming to you and you waking up in cold sweats and everything. and you just don't know. Like, people on the street might say something and you just see punches coming at you. Hey, man, go ahead with that, man. Because and that's how Devin fought. I keep saying his name. The boy from Henderson, Nevada fought like that. He fought like it was punches coming from everywhere. Like people was in the crowd, like throwing punches at him, and he was just trying to get out the way and everything. He's never going to be the same. He's never going to be the same, and you see it. And a lot of people say because he's been on for a while and all this other stuff, but I know what I'm looking at when I watch these fighters. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm looking at. And like I said, I was wrong about Rolly Romero, but at the same time, he moved up in weight and he was able to fill out more, not making excuses for myself, but I saw that on the night of, yesterday when he fought or whatever. But at the same time, Devin, the boy from Henderson, Nevada, He's damaged goods, man. He's damaged goods. I think his stock is really plummeted. I think he's got to go back to the drawing board, and I really believe that it's a scar on his mental from the beatdown that Ryan Garcia gave him, and I don't think that moving forward he's going to be the same fighter like the explosive Devin Haney that we've always saw with the good footwork, with the good jab and all that. I think because in the first 2 rounds he didn't even throw a punch. The first 2 rounds he was on chicken legs, running around. He didn't even throw a punch. And I said to myself, oh, he's damaged goods, man. He's damaged. And that's what happened to Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner, after he fought Maidana, he was never the same. They call it gun shy or whatever. But the boy from Henderson, Nevada, he's shell shocked, man. He's shell shocked. And it was evident, even though he moved up in weight, and they fought at the catch weight or whatever, it didn't matter. He was shell shocked, man. He didn't want to get hit. And I think that if he get in there with a more experience, because I don't believe Ramirez has the power to push Devin, or he couldn't, he didn't have any ring generalship, meaning he didn't know how to cut off the ring from Devin's, from the boy from Henderson, Nevada's running. Because he was running around. He basically ran the whole fight, and it was a horrible, boring, Shakur Stevenson type fight. It was boring. It was super boring. And Devin's skill level, to me, before the boy from Henderson, Nevada, before the Ryan Garcia fight, he was more engaging. Devin would jab you to death. He want to get in there and punt, but he's shell shocked, man. He's got that CTE, man. He got that CTE, and I always tell people that when you get a concussion like he did, because he had a concussion, and I thought his jaw was broke when he fought Ryan Garcia. It does some damage to you, man, and a lot of people won't understand it because they never been hit in their head or never had took a concussion like that. You know what I'm saying? And I had a couple concussions before, but like I said, it's a psychological thing that happens to you, man. And if you understand and been through it before, you'll know what I'm talking about. And a lot of people will say, nah, this and that, trying to, take up for the boy from Henderson, Nevada. But nah, man, he's damaged goods. I guarantee you, moving forward, you'll see that. Say if he fights anybody else, even if they do fight Ryan, I don't want to see it, to be honest with you. I don't want to see him and Ryan Garcia fight again, because Ryan is definitely not the same fighter without those enhancements, I believe, because not only his physiology looked different during the weigh-in and the night of the fight, it's just that the mentality that he has is different. It's almost like when you're relying on something for so long, and then you take the crutches away, can you survive without them? And a lot of people don't know that when you're using these drugs and all of that, those are the things that give you the boost or anything, the confidence that you need to go out there and perform well. And it was like him, like Bill Haney said, and I didn't agree with him at the time, but he said he looked different and everything, which he did look different. But he was saying, him not being on PEDs, you'll see, and yeah, I mean, his confidence definitely wasn't there. He didn't have any confidence in everything. It came out like he knew he was going to lose, and I might be jumping the gun, but I think that maybe also that sparring that Rolly knocked him out. Because I think Rolly knocked him out in sparring. This was maybe 8 years ago, but I think that might have had play in it too. Because when you fight somebody that do some damage to you, either you want that get back right away, or you like, man, I ain't trying to get up in there with them no more. Because of the damage that you've taken, and I don't know, Rolly might have, because I mean we saw the sparring and everything. Rolly child roughed him up or whatever, but like I said, I don't know, but I believe that Henderson, Nevada is damaged goods. I just believe that he's damaged goods, and I don't think that he's going to be somebody we're willing to watch in the future. Sort of like Forrest Gump. You know what I mean? Everybody know who I say, Forrest Gump. But there's been a lot of people that said some bad things about him, Ryan, since he lost and everything like that. But like I said, I don't know. Moving forward, I don't know what he can do. You know what I'm saying? Because this was totally an egg, and he laid a big fat egg and messed up my picks and everything. But congratulations to Rolando Romero. Like I said, Rolly did his thing. You know, he came out there and did his thing, and it proved that weight that he needed to get, because like he was saying at the post-fight conference, he was saying that when he was a 135-pounder, he should have been a 140-pounder, and when he was a 140-pounder, he should have been a 147-pounder. And I mean, it was evident while he was in the ring that he had the stature and everything and the strength to perform at the 147 level. But moving forward, I just think that he will be you're not taking nothing away from his win and everything, but to really be up on the level of a Jerron Boots Ennis, or he probably could give Conor Ben some go. You know what I mean? I think Rolly, because he got enough strength, you know, enough power to absorb. I don't know if Conor Ben could take his power or whatever, but it looks like he can, because at the time, you know, Eubanks was a bigger man at the same time, but Rolly got some straight power, man. Rolly hit him with the double hook, dropped Ryan right there, but it looked like a flash knockdown. It looked like he wasn't that hurt, but Ryan he wasn't hungry. It just looked like he wasn't hungry for it or something. I don't know. Maybe the internet is pumping him up too, like I said about Keyshawn. You know what I mean? I can't wait to see Keyshawn fight De Los Santos though, because Keyshawn came on there and was talking all this. Man, I don't understand these guys, man. I don't understand it, because he got a big fight coming up June 12th in Norfolk, Virginia. So all of this remains to be seen, and I can't wait to see that fight. And like I said, that Fury weekend is still going on. I think Canelo fights tonight and everything, but I don't really care nothing about that. I never heard of the guy he's fighting and everything, and I ain't gonna make no prediction on that. It is what it is. I just know that when he fights Bud, I believe Bud gonna beat him. That's just my own belief. I don't care who say whatever they say. You can go back and watch my Bud video that I had sent out to him, just to let him know that don't worry about what folks think. You know, be the best Bud Crawford you can be, and I believe you can beat him, because I don't believe Canelo been fighting top opponents to keep his iron sharp. The Bible says iron sharpeneth iron, so the countenance of a man sharpen the countenance of his friend. In other words, you got to stay sharp against people that are on your level or above your level to really keep your sword sharp. And Canelo hasn't been fighting folks that keep his sword sharp. So I believe Bud Crawford would be a Ginsu knife to him. So we'll see. You know what I mean? Everybody keeps talking about the size and everything, but I know it's not the size of a man. It's the heart of a man. And I believe Bud got that heart that can do the job. Okay, fight fans, that's all I got. And like I said, I apologize to everybody who maybe went out and made a bet on what I said. They would have won the first two bets, but Rolly shocked the world basically by beating Ryan. I thought Ryan would win that fight. I didn't think it was going to go the distance. I thought it was going to be a knockdown, drag them out fight. I thought they might knock each other down, but I figured that the last man standing would be Ryan Garcia, but I was totally wrong, and I admit that. And like I said, congratulations to Rolando Romero Rolly for winning that fight and becoming a three-time division champion. And also, you know, I'll be talking about some other fights that may be coming down the pike or whatever soon. Richardson Hitchens, George Kambosos, I'll be giving my prediction on that. A lot of them were in attendance. So we'll see what's going on. And also I'll come back after I see what Forrest Gump and Zepeda is looking like doing their training, and I'll make some predictions on that too. But like I said, I don't mess with Forrest like that. So I just think that, somebody with a no name gonna knock him out. That's just my belief. But again, y'all take care, fight fans, and I appreciate y'all coming up. The new subscribers onto my channel, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for commenting and communicating with Ski Mask Way Boxing. We appreciate the love and support that we've been getting lately, and we always want to tell the truth about this gladiator sport of boxing. It's for gladiators only. Amen. And all of my people that follow us on Ski Mask Way Boxing, we always tell you, never, never, never forget that Jesus loves you. Amen. Amen. Take care, fight fans. Y'all be safe out there.